So what if that intense dislike you have for crowded places, what if it's not a flaw? What if it's not some kind of social anxiety or you just being boring, but it's actually a sign of a deeply powerful, highly tuned operating system inside you? Today, we're going to unpack why hating crowds might just be your secret superpower. You know the feeling, right? It's Saturday night, you're finally settled in, and then that text arrives. Hey, we're all at this new bar downtown. It's super packed, but the vibe is amazing. And just like that, you can literally feel your soul packing its bags. It's not because you hate your friends, but because your brain has already run the numbers and decided that vibe is not worth total psychological bankruptcy. For years, you've probably thought something was wrong with you, but here's the core idea we're digging into. You're not damaged. You're not the problem. Your mind is simply playing a different game, a much more advanced one. And you're seeing a reality that, honestly, most people are completely oblivious to. Okay, let's dive into our first superpower. It's all about your brain's incredible and, yeah, sometimes overwhelming ability to process information. It might feel like you have zero chill, but believe me, there's a kind of genius to your intensity. Now, there is a scientific term for this. It's called sensory processing sensitivity. Think of it like this. Most people's brains come with a built-in spam filter. They walk into a room and their brain just automatically deletes like 90% of what's going on. But your brain, it doesn't have a spam filter. It has a screenshot button and it hits it constantly. And this slide really nails the difference. For most people, life is kind of like watching a video in standard definition. But for you, it's a constant 8K IMAX experience. You're not just seeing the main event, you're analyzing every single pixel, every micro-expression on a stranger's face across the room, every little shift in body language, every subtle change in the music, all at once. It's a lot. And if you're thinking, wow, I'm the only one, you are so not alone in this. Research shows this trait is found in about 20% of the population. That's 1 in every 5 people. Just think about that for a second. In any room of 20 people, there are probably 4 of them experiencing the world in the exact same high-definition way you are. So here's the crucial point. This is not some glitch in your modern programming. It's an ancient survival mechanism. I mean, while others were chilling by the campfire, our ancestors were the ones who heard the twig snap, who noticed the poisonous berry. You're not too sensitive. You're equipped with a feature that has kept us alive for millennia. Modern society just wasn't built for people who actually pay this much attention. So we've established your brain as a supercomputer, constantly processing everything. Now let's see how that builds into your next ability, this almost psychic capacity to see the truth. You're not antisocial, you're just kind of allergic to BS. Let's just clear up a huge misconception right now. You don't dislike people, you dislike the exhausting social theater that happens in big groups. Your brain is constantly running subtitles for the real, unspoken conversation happening beneath the surface. And that gap, the gap between what people are saying and what they're actually feeling, that's what's so draining. And you see these masks everywhere, don't you? The person insisting they're having the best time while their eyes are just screaming for an escape route. The friend who's nodding along when you can tell their mind is a million miles away. The coworker who says everything's fine when their entire body is telling you a completely different story. You see it all. And pretending you don't, it's exhausting.
And hey, this isn't just a feeling, there is actual data to back this up. A study from Cambridge University found that people who prefer solitude often score significantly higher in emotional intelligence. So preferring to be alone isn't a sign that you're socially inept. It's the opposite. It suggests you're so socially sophisticated that you just can't stand the low-quality connection of small talk. You crave the real stuff. This brings us to the really fascinating neurochemistry of it all. Why does a loud party feel like a huge reward to some people and, well, a punishment to you? Turns out your brain is running on a completely different reward system. Okay, so this table breaks it down perfectly. The more extroverted brain, it's primarily driven by dopamine. It gets triggered by new things, loud music, high energy. It feels like a loud parade. But your brain, it gets its main rewards from acetylcholine. This is a totally different chemical that gets released during calm, focused activities. It's that deeper, quieter sense of satisfaction you get from reading a good book or having a real conversation. So while others need all that external chaos to feel rewarded, your brain's idea of a 5-star meal is completely different. It needs that quiet space to access its full operating system. It's not that you're missing out on life's rewards. You're just getting your high from sources others don't even notice.
And get this, when it looks like you're doing nothing, your brain is actually doing everything. Neuroscientists have even found that introverted brains tend to have more gray matter in the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain responsible for complex, abstract thought. You're not wasting time. You're basically composing symphonies in your head. Okay, let's talk about the final ability. And this one, well, this one can feel like both a powerful gift and a heavy burden. We're talking about your profound and sometimes overwhelming emotional sensitivity. Have you ever walked into a room and just known something was wrong, even if everyone was smiling and laughing? That's because your mirror neurons, the brain cells that handle empathy, are basically on overdrive. You're like an emotional Wi-Fi router. You don't just see that someone is anxious, you absorb their anxiety directly into your own nervous system. And this is exactly why you feel so incredibly drained after social events. You're not just managing your own experience, you are involuntarily processing the emotional data of dozens, sometimes hundreds, of other people all at once. It is a massive psychological overload, and it's no wonder you might need like 3 full business days to reboot your system afterward.
But here's where the curse flips and becomes a superpower. That same mechanism makes you one of the most emotionally intelligent people in any room. You don't just hear the words, you hear the music behind the words. You sense what people truly need long before they even say it, which makes you an incredibly empathetic friend, partner, and leader.
So, what's the ultimate takeaway from all this? It means that when you seek out quiet, you're not running from life. You're running towards your most authentic, most powerful self. You've instinctively figured out something most people spend their entire lives trying to avoid: themselves. Society tells us that loudness equals success, but you understand a profound truth. The silence isn't an absence of something, it's the presence of everything that actually matters. So the next time you choose a quiet night in over a loud night out, I want you to remember this. You are not broken. You are not boring. You are simply built for depth in a world that is obsessed with shallow noise. And that is a rare and powerful thing. Your peace isn't isolation. It's liberation. It's the space where your best thinking, your deepest feelings, and your truest self can finally come out to play. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. What loud truth is waiting for you in the quiet?